There's a cute little find. I did a hike yesterday up north of Valley of Fire, a few miles, and I'm trying to ID a jawbone, which I think is a kit fox. So I'll show where the hike is and just do it all in one take. It's called Petroglyph Park, and the petroglyphs are right here, that exact location right there, right here. They were just petroglyphs, but I wanted to see what was there, and I wanted to investigate the area as a possible place to go up to Valley of Fire and walk outside of the park and find a more private, more intimate area that's not swarmed with tourists. And so I wanted to see what was there, and you just can't do it unless you do it. So I did it. It was 11 mile hike. There's the parking at Duck Rock where I started from, and there's the hike. It was a tedious hike, and most of it was walking in deep sand. So this is the pass I went through here. I cut through there. I had wondered if I would be able to make it through there. I did. It's pretty easy. So a little scrambling, not much, but I went through there and then I took this way back to do something different because the hike, I wasn't that impressed. I wouldn't recommend anybody go there. It'd be good for somebody like their first few times out in the desert or their first few times seeing petroglyphs, but not for an experienced hiker because you'll be kind of a little bit disappointed because you don't see that much. Uh, so, okay, so there's the hike. And so let me click on some pictures. I guess I'll have to go to them. I didn't have them ready as usual. So I'll just slam through the pictures. I don't know if there's any duplicates. I'll just slam right through the pictures. There's approaching the cut where I said that I wanted to see if I could get through there. That's approaching it, looking at it from a distance towards the north. That's closer. And so I went up through around here and up through there. There, I'm in the cut going uphill, and there's kind of like a saddle. Now I'm up at that saddle part, looking out and down to the north to where I'm going. So to go to the petroglyphs, I'll be going much further than what you might think from looking at that route I drew, going much further and then going left into the mountains. So brighten it up a little bit. Well, forget that. There's a check dam. Now, check dams are placed, similar built dams can be put for several reasons. One is to slow down the water and the boulders and the gravel so that it doesn't flood bridges and wipe out a small town down below. Another is the same dam, but to create a riparian area because it fills up with gravel, as you can see, which it's done. It fills up with gravel, and then you have this green area here. It's not green right now, but the water then is retained in the gravel and slowly bleeds out through this pipe down here. I don't know if you can see it. I put an arrow there. And so it gives water, it stretches out the water through the season rather than one big flood and then the next day everything is dry. And so I took a close up of the pipe. Now there was a second small check dam up there, just above the one you just saw. This is up there, I don't know, 200 yards. There again, to hold some of the water flooding down from here, hold some of the water and create this riparian area and water that stretches out further into the season. The petroglyphs are just to the right, out of view of this picture. come on. Another view of the check dam. Oh, I want to show that, come on, why isn't this? Oh, no. That's what I want to identify. See, the pictures are not advancing like they should be. I think the battery in the keyboard is going bad. There's petroglyphs. Petroglyphs. I mean, they're petroglyphs. Okay, just for the record, they did ask in the 1800s, they did interview the elder Indians, the oldest ones. In other words, their information traces back to like the 1700s. And they said they don't know what the symbols mean. It's just the symbols that they put on their blankets and their teepees and stuff like that. They didn't know. They said there's no particular super meaning. I swear by these things. I really do. They last and they last, and uh, I'm using up the last of my tea. I make real strong tea, no sweetener, and it's equivalent of like 25 tea bags. So it's real tea. But I swear by them for frozen, for ice and water. Okay, so that's it. I better quit while I'm behind on this one.